This video is for someone that desires to be a pastor's wife. I have been a pastor's wife for almost 30 years now, and I have talked to many women over the years, some of them that have a desire to be a pastor's wife, and they feel like that calling is on their life. So if you desire to be a pastor's wife, make sure you watch the full video. I'm going to give you some advice on how to prepare yourself to be a pastor's wife. When you are a pastor's wife, it's good to have a kind heart. And the reason why is because your husband are going to interact with people quite often. It's always a plus when the pastor's wife is kind, gentle, and caring. Your husband is going to be on call 24/7, and in order for it not to be an issue in your marriage, you're going to have to be very kind. Whenever there's major problems in a member's life, your husband is going to be the first person that they are going to call. And so in order for you to not to take it personal or get upset about it, you're going to have a kind, gentle, and understanding heart. Connect with God. There are going to be seasons in your life to where you are going to have to be connected with God. The reason why that you want to have a good relationship with God is because when you go through difficult seasons in your life, in order to be able to trust Him, you're going to have to know Him. And in order to know Him, you have to spend time with Him. Surrender to God. Jesus is the example that we're supposed to go by. How that He surrendered to God. He surrendered to God unto death. So in order to be a good pastor's wife, you're going to have to surrender to God and have a servant attitude. It's not going to be about your will, but it's going to be about God's will be done in your life. Pray for discernment. Having discernment is very important, and it's because that discernment gives you the ability to judge well, and it's good to be able to use it for when you are around and dealing with people. Over the years, I have experienced where when I was around a particular person, the Holy Spirit will warn me or tell me to watch that person. Sometimes I would pay attention and sometimes I wouldn't. But then in the long run, I wish I would have obeyed the Holy Spirit and paid attention. Discernment is good judgment, and you want to have good judgment. You want to be able to make good decisions with your life, good decisions about people. Some people you need to cut yourself off. Some people you don't need around you or your family. All of that have to do with discernment. So you do want to ask God to give you more discernment. Another thing that you want to start doing if you don't do already, and that is guarding your heart. Be careful what you intake. Be careful about your conversations, who you talk to, what you're saying. All of that is real important for a pastor's wife. And the reason why is because what you intake, that's what you're going to put out. So if you're intaking a lot of gossip, a lot of negativity, and then when people is around you, that is what they're going to feel and get from you. So guard your heart, protect yourself, watch what you intake. Being a pastor's wife, it has been really hard for me to find real friends. So I would tell anyone that's getting ready to be a pastor's wife is to watch your circle, because the people that you hang around is going to be the people that you are going to be like. You may have to even cut some people out of your circle. So make sure you choose your friends wisely. Only that, you want to practice being a friend. A good friend is a person that someone can tell their secrets to and you won't tell someone else. A good friend is a person that don't gossip not only about their friends, but about other people too. So you want to not only find good friends, but be a good friend to someone else. Another one of the main things that you do want to start doing is practice being private. It's very important when you are a pastor's wife that you are private. And the reason why is because whatever you say, people are going to pay attention to it. So you want to make sure that you're talking about something that you wouldn't mind a group of people knowing about. There are different things that can bring a church down. And one of the things is that when the pastor's wife tells all of her business, that's not a good thing. So you want to practice keeping your business to yourself. You want to practice being a listener instead of more of a person that always want to talk and get advice from others. You're going to have to turn that around and become the listener and the one that's giving the other person advice. If you are a gossiper, and if you are drawn to gossip, you're going to have to stop. And the reason why is because being a pastor's wife, you are going to know about a lot of people's business at the church. And so you don't want to be one of those people that when your husband or when a member tell you certain things that you go out and tell others. That's another way of starting a huge confusion at your church, and that's a good way to lose members. So you want to practice not being a gossiper. Learn how to keep things to yourself. Remember who you are. Don't change for no one. What I mean by that is that, okay, certain things about us, we do need to change. And that's when you go to God and you pray about those things. But when it comes to your basic, unique self, when it comes to your characteristics, meaning don't try to be like someone else. Don't try to be like other pastors' wife. Be the person that you're comfortable with. Be the person that God created you to be. Don't lose yourself. If any of these tips was a help to you, make sure you leave a comment at the bottom. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you like the message that I bring, go on and subscribe and also click the notification bell. That way you'll know every time I upload a video. And another thing I wanted to say too, if you have a question that you need to ask me, or if it's something particular that you would like for me to talk more about, you can email me at chatswithflo@gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.